Okay. Hi, this is Sherminenie, and I am doing the build for the Starlight Drive-in, which is a settlement. And it's mostly finished in some areas. I completely finished this area. What I was going to do with it, really. And at the end of the broadcast, I will include, or somewhere in my list, I will include all the mods that I used for this. If you have a PS4, that's what this is. I don't have this for the PC. It's really cool. You can find this in this mod. If you take the spacesuit, it'll quit moving and you won't be able to re-equip it, so you'll have to put another one there. But it does move. Move, damn you. Move! I said move, damn you. Okay, well, he's not moving. He was moving. Yeah. This place looks pretty cool at night. And I did list in my description that I would be using the Place Anywhere tool, which is what this is. And a couple of the other SwaPa tools. I don't know how to use them all, especially the latest update. I have to watch a video on how to use those. But this was also using the Place Anywhere tool to actually put the sodas in the machines. All of those. And addressing these pack mannequins from the Nuka-Cola DLC. And yes, that is the mushroom light. And they smoke. And this guy's get the booze and the shot glass, and they're just, hanging out by the vending machines, having a chat. Okay, I do love the cars. The cars are really cool. And of course, this is my barbecue pit. I'm kind of deciding whether to make it brick or concrete. I'm still kind of waffling on that, but this used a lot of, especially to place the fire, to get it to sizzle like that. I don't have a video on how to make this, but I'll probably make one in the future because the barbecue pit is awesome to have. This over here is a SwaPa tool. It's pretty cool when there's certain things that you need to place in large numbers as a group. And that's the barber chair. I don't know why I have that sitting there. There's a lot of cool stuff you can use with the SwaPa tool. I need to turn the radio off. For some reason on YouTube they actually have, they can get you for copyright if you have the music playing. And you won't be able to earn money off of it if you want to. This is the interior. I actually added this cabinet right here using the Place Anywhere tool. Everything on the cabinets I used the Place Anywhere tool. Some of the garbage that was there I couldn't remove, even using the what do you call that thing? Oh god. My brain's in a fog and I cannot remember the Clean That Settlement mod, which will cleans up the majority of the garbage, but for some reason won't clean up the small little parts. I mean, that's why I have like a weight there. It's covering trash. There's some trash that's actually peeked in through the cutting boards, which I put a bunch together to make that. And of course I couldn't really cover it up down there, so I just put stuff on it. And the weird thing is, when you have trash, and this is like covering trash, god, what an eyesore. But yeah, using some of that, and of course covering the trash that is here as well. Just putting stuff up there. And there are 3 shops. These are shop mats. One is for general, this is for weapons and ammo, which you can see down here, and cigarettes, of course, and then this is the food and drinks bar, which you can see there's booze and stuff filling all the shelves. And the refrigerator is got an openable door, which I haven't really stocked yet. I had different stuff in it. I just thought the raw meat looked nasty. This is another thing I did, and I used a cube, which is another modded item, and I placed it in the ground. It's covering up. You can see this black thing right there sticking out. That is actually the fire for the campfire, and I actually put it in where you're going to see flames in the looks kind of neat at night. And I put in a bathroom, fully functioning, complete with red light and toilet paper. Gotta have toilet paper. I don't see how these people can live without toilet paper. And of course the door will close and disappears. He's also using, and there's another door that also closes. Sort of close. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing in here, and these are two more place anywhere tools, and those are pretty easy to use. And you go up here. Of course, this is all privacy screening for the toilet, and using place anywhere tool. And this is another mod. You can check the shelf, and it will do an animation of you looking at it. But that's about it, really. But your settlers, which I don't have any at this time, will. Oh no! Oops, some clipping. Means I've got to fix it. It's got to be perfect. Perfect! Perfect! I will go insane. And of course, I put in the entire floor here. There's no floor beyond this particular square. So I covered it with a rug to hide, just because I didn't want them to go beyond the walls. So yeah, there's a perfectly good bed up here and some movie posters. I mean, who wouldn't want to have an apartment in the atomic powered projecting room of a drive-in theater? I would love to live in a place like this. So yeah, and you have a restaurant downstairs complete with a bathroom, and I can't go down the stairs. Okay, there we go. And the doors do close, and I don't think these are the doors for this place, because the original doors here, what were there? They were glass, but the glass was all busted. But I'll show you how you can, see, I don't have any, yeah, I can put some stuff here. What should I put there? Anyway, I'll find something. But I'll do a group placement of objects. And this was from another mod. This is not the original thing that was placed there. It's from the diner. What was the name of that diner? The Dimsdale Diner? I don't remember. Yeah, don't ask me to get names precise or anything. I'm not really good at this. This is a cool little trick if you don't know about it, if you're new to Fallout 4. These are all weapons, and this is, most of these weapons I got from the mod that enables you to make anything in the chemistry set, and there you go. But this is if you don't want to use the mod to make your, so this is the shelf. Check shelf. And you can put anything on the shelves as well. Stop. Okay. And this is an animated butcher station for fish. The avatar will actually stand here and toss fish from one basket to that one. And I have the deer, which will also assign to a settler, and they will actually have an animation of them gutting the deer. And of course, well, you know, you just get protein where you can these days, you know, I can't really say. And this is another workstation for your settlers to make them happy. That's the drive-in. I don't have a before picture, but if you play the game and come across this, you know that it is just a mess. And what I'll be doing is been doing a lot of all these things here to put one of the SwaPa tools that I've been using to make walls appear and disappear, and that's what these are. These are they're missing parts of them. I don't know where those parts went to. You kind of have to keep track. But what I did was I put like one-room apartments with a bed, sink, medicine cabinet, a toilet with toilet paper. Now there is no bath here yet. I'm going to put that probably on the top floor. And each room will have a unique decoration theme. And I will show you that. And then here's a door that you can't get through at this, yeah, because that's a private apartment for the master. And of course I put this entire floor in. And of course it's kind of a placement error. Even though it's all even, it's kind of, okay. I was being lazy and I didn't really care at that point. And of course this is an elegant way to use the columns, and I could just show, I don't know which mod this is from, I could just show you which mods I use, and, but anyway, this is an infinite, indestructible laser guided turret. You need to have an electrical source for it, and I have, oh, yeah, that's another placement error. But I'm working on that. But this looked really cool when I did this in my first walkthrough. I started doing this after I got finished with my first walkthrough, and I had just started using some of the mods, or these mods were unlocked or something. And it looked really cool coming in through a dense fog using the weather mod. It looked really cool, but I did not have... It was actually taller than this, but this stops right at the roofline. It's a bit different, and there may be pictures of it, or there may be videos of it in some of my earlier settlement builds. So this is a revisiting of it. But it looked really cool coming out of the fog as a monolithic structure. And of course I'm going to put lights up in there. I do have... This has a bigger build area, but this is the demarcation line of this area. You can't go past it, so that's why that truck is there. Couldn't get rid of it. So this is the storeroom, and I put this really lovely wallpaper, and of course the door that opens, and of course using the Place Anywhere tool. Actually, the SwaPa tool, actually, not the Place Anywhere tool, did this because it placed all of these figurines at the top shelf as a group. I will show you how to do that by placing stuff in this refrigerator. And of course this was placed in here using, I think, the rug glitch. Or the Place Anywhere tool, it doesn't matter. Either or, that'll work. This is the tool. The SwaPa trigger callback button. You walk on that and the whole thing will appear, but the button... You press the button and it'll... Well, maybe not. I think it only works when you're in build mode. Okay. Alright, let's see. So what I have here is, it's going to be, so far it's 3 stories, but this is... I'm still trying to work on the lighting, because the lighting... Actually, what the hell? Why has this got a big gap in the floor? Oh my god. Something is not right. Oh shoot. It was a pain in the ass to put all this shit in here. but I guess to fix it, I will be using these, which are really cool. This is what they actually look like, because the other parts were missing the trigger. I mean, not the trigger, but the full light part. This is a SwaPa tool that's really, really cool, and what you do is you can get these really tight-fitting concrete walls, because you can see that the ceiling, this won't work if you try to do this using the regular game. You have to use a SwaPa tool, this particular SwaPa tool, because what it does, you can't do that. I'll show you what it does. It's pretty cool, and this is... I don't know what to do about that. I'm going to have to cover it up, because I'm going to leave what's down there that's making that. And, of course, this is more of these tools. This is the floor. And the apartments are actually one square and part of another square, and the corridor is really narrow. But I'll probably put the men's and women's bathroom, bathing rooms up here. And probably a lounge or something. I don't know. But the fun thing is I just discovered that you can actually, you know, when you're up here, you can actually jump into this area and then, whee! You can jump up to the stairs. And of course, that is an open window, and I really don't know about that. I may not cover it. But this is the glassed-in area, and I will be fixing that. And telescope, so you can actually stand up here on a really crappy day, and when it's raining and thundering and you don't want to go out and do your work, you can come up here and have a few beers So this is the other room that was built into the main building. This room had a baby bed and a couch and a broken refrigerator, and I put a skin on the walls. This is from a mod. I'll show you the mod. I know which mod this one's from. I could show you my mod list, but... And of course I covered every aspect of the wall. And this leads on to back here, to the front of the building. I don't know if I'm going to leave that door there. I'm still deciding. But yeah, you want to get really tight corners. You use the one of the SwaPa tools, the one with a light, to get that kind of fit. And you can see that they're actually nestling in, the corners are nestling not next to each other, but right inside of each other. That's kind of how you get that look. This makes for a tight fit. This is, if you have the mods that actually have bathroom parts in it, this is how you place them. And you go back in with this tool and pick them up individually, such as these picture frames, and you can, and books and some of the other items that, for some strange reason, will only spawn halfway through the object you want it on. Like if you want to put it in the bookcase, the book will spawn inside the shelf. It's kind of annoying. So, and of course I put these laser turrets, but unfortunately I had to put that up there for some of them. But this one has a really wide area and it has 100 volts of power. This is a modded item, and I'll show you all my mods. Some of them I'm not sure. This is just a radio tower I put in there. And I even have, or I had one. I guess what happened to it? Oh well, it was a water thing. And now on this one, that's from Nuka World. And as you can see this kind of something swirling around the rocket. It really looks cool at night. It's this thing over here. And I have a mod that has two versions of this. One that actually dispenses the fog condensate. It's a refilling fog condenser. And another one's just and it won't refill for some reason. There's never anything in there. But what I did was I used the Place Anywhere tool, and I put one up in this thing up here. Oops. And you can see the top of it. So you can't see that from the ground, so it's kind of cool. And there's my Place Anywhere tool. For some reason I can't target to get it out. But it looks pretty cool. As you can see, it looks really good because the sun is setting. And it's such a beautiful game. And you can see the really cool ethereal kind of effect you get with fog condensators. And of course I put the light around these trees, which I added as part of another mod for the... And you can't use the Place Anywhere tool with trees for some bizarre reason. Of course, here's another one. So now we'll go in here and I'll show you what you can do so you don't have to use a mod for unlimited builds for your settlement, which I don't really recommend, because as soon as you reach, even though there's no limit to the size of your settlement, because you can see my size bar is kind of low considering how much stuff I have here. The reason for that, then this is a thing you could do, and you store them, and it'll actually make the size go back to normal. And it'll store them in the workbench. And if you look at the size bar, it's getting smaller. And this is just a little glitch, bug, whatever, exploit that is in the game. And it's with weapons. And I find you could probably do it with any object, really, if you put it into storage or you break it down. Because I found when I was doing the sanctuary builds, and I really built up my sanctuary in my first playthrough. I really built it really nice. And it was huge, and I kept, breaking down objects. And my size thing never got... You can see how much smaller it is. And these are just mines, grenades, guns, Molotov cocktails, anything that would be under the weapon slot. Actually, I think does this a lot quicker. And I use the big guns because I can get those from the chemistry that makes anything, the Freemaker chemistry. I think it's the name of the mod, Freemaker chemistry thing. And as you can see, there you go. There's I could just keep building and building and building. So, okay. And I need to put my light on. So I can see what I'm doing. The length of time it takes for it to shows you just how big these spaces are. I actually timed it on my second playthrough, which froze so bad towards the end that I can't even access it anymore. So, I can find anything I missed. Okay. And I just have the cars here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them and keep them. But I do love the styling. These cars are beautiful. Wish they had cars like this in the real world. But, I do love it how they're animated. And then I have the Nuka girl up there. She is waving. And I placed her up there. She's really hard to place. For some reason, because she floats in the middle of the air when you pull her out of the inventory. So I use the Place Anywhere tool, as you can see. It says Place Anywhere. And, oh crap. Alright, so let's see, where do we start? Let's pick this up and move something. So really can't use these to move the trees, but I have it. Oops. Huh, I wonder if these people know each other. Well, you couldn't see that message anyway, so okay. I leave these outside. Right. Just have one, and I have tons. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm working on one of my apartments, and I will show you, because as you can see as I whisk by them, they're all full of stuff. I'm going to put a door here, by the way. Eventually, there will be a door there. But I try to do like a theme, sort of, in the rooms. The first time I did this, I had like 4 of these beautifully decorated, and then I completely lost my saves. So I had to redo all of this, and when I did, I put in these floors, these checkerboard floors, which are another modded item. And I'll show you where that one comes from. So these all have the exact same floor. It's the only one with the sliding door in it. It was difficult to place. Of course, I can't even get in there now because the door is here. Let's just remove it because it's a pain. And of course, they all have the same setup, including this poster which says, "Have you taken your medication today?" Of course I have. And of course, this guy's got his cigarettes, which are burning, and this is a modded item, as well as that. These aren't. And of course a chair, and of course they all have towels, toothpaste, toothbrush, and soap. And that exact same. Every room has some similar. Oh, and a cat. With the cat bowls, you get cats. And of course, he likes his cats, and the mole rats, and the dogs. That's dog food up there. This was placed, the dog food was placed with using a the OCD placement thing. So there's, when you're playing the game, see, all these were placed using a multiple tool, using one of the SwaPa tools that you place multiple objects, and I'll be doing that. I do have a cat trap. This is another room, which is the theme of Nuka World. There's going to be more rooms with the theme of Nuka World because I have a lot of Nuka World items and just kind of random objects placing. But no towels. Oh, there's the towels. And hairbrush and stuff. It'd be funny if this was actually a room that a ghoul took and would need the hairbrush. But maybe they wore a wig. I don't know. And of course, this is Ghoul Slayer's room. And these are... I have a legendary mod that you can legendary all your weapons. And these are all ghoul slaying weapons. And I was going to dress these up using the Place Anywhere tool. You know, give them cigarettes, sunglasses, whatever. Drugs, maybe. Chems. Yeah. And of course, the bathroom. And this is more Nuka. Nuka gal. And I'll show you how to place the pillow using... See? Same exact cabinet that comes with it with the bed. Place the bed. Now this is a room that I started just by placing this. I didn't even know this was here. I didn't know this existed. I just found it. And that's the thing that's sticking up in the floor and the other thing. Of course, the bottle lantern. And the thing is, I have the exact same light, but it really... I'm trying to work out the lighting. The lighting is kind of difficult. Looks cool in this hallway, though. But pretty much, this is standard for each room. It's got a sink and a bed, and some have carpet. And then up here, this is what it looks like without the walls, and that's the Giddy Up Buttercup ride part. So, and it's weird how these light fixtures just come up through the floor. Of course, it's not the same floor as this floor because it's thicker. Alright, let's do the buttercup thing. So I have to find out where I actually have the buttercup. Giddy Up Buttercup. Because this is a mod. It's got all kinds of modded stuff in it. What was that? Oh. Like these. These are standard, but in this, oh, here they are. So you have different buttercup sizes. Buttercup toy, which I'm going to decorate that room with. And there's the column. Now I have USO, the Unlock Settlement Object mods. Microphone. But this isn't part of that. This is not the USO stuff. That's funny. Giant anchor. Now I think at the large buttercup. Now you can have the barrels and boxes. Boxes come in handy. Yeah, it's funny that those round filing cabinets, and yet there's boxes of these files everywhere, and the boxes are rectangular because the files are rectangular, and yet they have these round. So this is one mod. Okay, these are modded. And the books, see how they just stick out of the ground like that? And that's the only place you can place them. You can't put them on another object because it'll just go inside. But you can use the Place Anywhere tool to place them. Now the thing about your size of your settlement, the reason on my second walkthrough I used unlimited sizes for your settlement. I wouldn't recommend that. I would use the gun glitch exploit because that way you know just how big your settlement is because it takes longer for your workbench to load. The clutter is where you get the clean sheets and the towels and some other items. Oh, and the clothes. If you go to the clothes, oops, that's in the USO then. Okay, funeral, USO, gardening. Mannequins. Oh, this is where you have the animatronic mannequins, I think. Yeah. Nope. That's a different mod. Office, retail. Skeletons and bodies, terminals, plants and trees. Okay. Alright. Some of this stuff will appear under USO Integrated. And that's a whole class of mods. You can get all kinds of cool stuff. That's probably where the Giddy Up Buttercup stuff is. You can see it's very similar, but you get more of a selection. Like you'll get these, you know, you'll get like pristine items and junked up items, trash items, and about a lot more boxes and stuff. Like these are really cool. I mean, you could use a placement object. You put fruits and vegetables in here, and then put them in your settlement. I'm thinking about doing that, but you get radiation barrels and stuff. It's really kind of cool. And these, which, yes, my settlers have been looting Voltec. Let's see. And it won't let you place them on top of each other, which is a pain. Okay, so candles and lamps. This is the fire thing, which has actual flames, and I'm using a mod that actually makes fire look even better. And yeah, you can actually stack these like that. But using the Place Anywhere tool, it's quite cool. You can. And this is really great for ambient lighting. Let's see. And that is as well. That one, I tried placing inside of another object, but I don't know. I could try. These are capitals, dog rugs. Okay. Music, statues, fountains, television terminals, spikes, poles, statics. Okay. Vending machines. Now, this is in the USO integrated. That one's broken. That one has an NCP that actually works on it or gets drinks out of it. I don't know. I haven't checked it out. This one's a container, which you can actually put Nuka-Cola in, but not inside the door. The door won't open. I have one of these down in the front, so that one won't open. Of course, this one, actually, the door will open when it just says it's just a regular. Let's see if it's just that one. That one. Well, that's broken. Container in machine. Well, that one the door will open. That one the door won't open. Will not. And this one the door will not open. And of course the porta diners and these. And you can put food in here using the Place Anywhere tool, which is kind of cool. Ooh, I should put one in here. Just because I can. Because they're going to get off of work and they're going to be tired and hungry and they'll just want to eat a snack. Yeah. Gotta have lounge areas for my NCPs. Okay. So I'm still looking for the it'd be in the toy section. Ooh, a trike. Ah, here we go. Now it's the same size. It's probably under USO because it's a toy-sized object. Hospital. Hospital has some cool stuff. If you want to do like and this is all USO integrated by a guy named Andrew CWX, I think. So you can get all this cool stuff. And this is where themes, animatronics, and so all these, and they don't move when you look at them like this. But this one moves, but it's hard to place. You can see it's all red, so you have to move it around so you find it where it'll reside. Oops, see it turned blue briefly somewhere. Probably on a very flat surface. Well, that won't work. And then you have to use something like the Place Anywhere tool to move it, but you can see it is animated. And to use the Place Anywhere tool, let's see. Place Anywhere tool. Click on it. Because when these settlements get like overly done, click on it, you wait for the activate it, you click on it again, and you see it just went transparent, which means you can move the object anywhere, including in the ground. coming out of a wall like the Philadelphia experiment, or just, trying to ride the Giddy Up Buttercup toy. Yay! Anyway, that's kind of how you would move it. And it says finished, and it's going to go back exactly where it was. Snaps right back. And the weird thing is, this is on the other side of the green boundary, because you can just go just a teeny bit beyond this, but not very far. It's much better on the sides. See, I can even scrap this. It's all still scrappable, but get rid of all this trash plants, man. I'm so happy someone came up with the trash settlement objects. But actually, it just... See, I'm still in the zone here. Oh, I'm right at the buildable area. Okay, so... Yeah. These things were here to use for certain tools to place the trigger point things on. So that's why they're there. Okay, where did I put it? Okay, so if I click on it again... Boom. Sometimes it'll actually redo it. But some things are a little harder to target than others. So it's kind of a tricky thing. But here, what I'm going to do, so I'm going to put, and the thing about this item here is it will target anything, even if it won't target, okay, it'll target anything a distance away. So if it's not targeting the object that you have it directly in front of, that's terrible. Okay, let's try that again. And you want to try to center this in your object, and once you place it, you can actually get closer. And so you could do these outside of the area that you're going to place it. So you have two stacked objects. And this is where the other SwaPa tool comes in, which I shall grab here. Click on the button up here. That's what it does. It calls back the trigger and the whole thing. So you pick it up by the post, even though the other two things will stay behind. You bring it over here. Boom. Yeah, and you hit the button. And it brings this, which makes it appear and disappear, but there's a reason for that. So you place this outside of the area you work. That's why I have these things there, so I know where they are. So what it does is it makes the post appear and disappear. There's a reason for that. So I'm going to pick up more than one object. And this doesn't really work on floors for some strange reason. I don't know where I'm going to put this yet. So if you know how to move multiple objects, you press and hold until everything turns blue, hold the X button, and then you walk over the red thing until the post disappears. And the post, as you can see, the shadow of it is over there. And now you can place it anywhere and it'll stay. Let's see. Place it in the... It's kind of weird. Sometimes you can place it where it's sticking out of the floor. Do I want that in there? Where do I want this? And because of the way this thing is angled and stuff, I kind of have to use the grid lines on the floor and hope that I have enough room to get to the bathroom, and I don't. So here we are, and we have to get rid of the SwaPa callback thing. You don't need to hit the callback button. You just go back out here, walk over it, go back in here and pick it up. As you can see, it reappeared. Put it outside. That's how you use that one. Where is it? But I don't like this because I cannot, for the life of me, get to the toilet, which is the whole point of this thing. So I'm going to... The thing about the reason I do this outside is because this thing will select everything in the vicinity if it's too close to other objects. So that's why I'm taking this out and I'm going to set up... Well, I could just leave this in here then. I do... Well, shoot. gotta put the cabinet someplace. I get in there. Okay. What I do for fun in my real life, besides playing video games, is I'm an artist. I'm a trained artist. I went to university and, well, community college. But I have some talent. And I love creating things, and this is a great outlet for that. Even though you have a limited number of things to create with, you can do a lot with that. So, all right. Now there's a Giddy Up Buttercup toy that's actually smaller than that. Oh, yeah, this is where you get the, I love the Raider furniture. And these are the original mannequins. There's, oh, I forgot about that one. But these are animated, I think. No, okay, the ghoul chair is animated. The ghoul chair is just sick. It's awesome sick. Okay. Now there's some repeats with the USO and the non-USO items. But in one of the things, you go to equipment. Now it's USO integrated, and under that you probably saw that I had a Raider power helmet, Raider armor pieces. Then you have different armor types that you can put down. It's really a cool feature someone put in here to do that, so you can actually put these where your avatar might find them decorating the apartment, and it goes for every item of clothing, costumes, whatever. You can place anything, anywhere. If it's... and it's free, because all it costs is a bottle cap. And that's an institute item. So if you want to put clothing inside of your settler's room or whatever, you can do that. The cool thing is you can stack them too. But that's an impossible stack. So, just really meticulously balanced, I'd say. Okay, and let's see. Because this comes in, these placement tools just really come in handy. If you get super frustrated, because you can't really place items close together, you can with the Place Anywhere tool. So, now I have, they're not close enough. So, you can do some pretty cool stuff. Where's this? I need that. And this is for my Giddy Up Buttercup themed room. That's what this is for. Oops. Okay, so it's a bit higher. That's tricky. Okay. Not that one. So it's best, because this is all on a hill, it's best to have things that are level. So they would all be level. So using floor tiles, like the black and white floor tiles, which is not in the USO integrated thing, but in another mod altogether. See, the thing is, when you have, and these are all movable objects, so you kind of have to be careful what it's going to target. Now it targeted the Buttercup horse. And I'm using, okay, that's about where I want it. So what to do with these? It's gonna make a horse pyramid. The thing that kind of annoys me is that you have to, but still that the whole thing is quite cool. But you have to really have a good eye for the placement of your objects. And as your settlement gets fuller and fuller of objects, the place anywhere object will have a harder and harder time even targeting on things, especially small things that are like books and stuff. For some reason, it's just the full. Yeah, I discovered that on my second playthrough when I made a huge sanctuary that I cannot access now because my system just completely froze up on those saves because they're just the sanctuary is just so full and buildings and everything. But there are videos of those. And I started making a castle in that particular walkthrough, and it's just not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to finish it. So I'm going to build another castle in my sanctuary settlement here. Now the cool thing about this is you can... Oh, look, it's attached. But I can delete it. Boom, it's gone. Boom, it's gone. Oh, no! Oh, crap. Okay, so... Alright, so we just... See, that's the thing you kind of have to be careful with when you place them on. Okay. So I can see where the feet sink into the horse is rump and shoulder. Perfect! Perfect. Alright. Now I have all these books. What am I going to do with these books? Oh, wait. I know. Oh, make a bookshelf out of those horses. Now, because these are set in the ground, the horrible thing about that is... Oh my god, this will just fit. This will be hilarious. Impossible objects. Just gotta have an eye for where they are in relation to each other, or it will be a big fail. That looks pretty decent. Yeah, it looks balanced. Okay. The books come in different stacks. Now, one of the things about the books is because they're so low in the ground, if you stand here and you target it, if you're right on top of it, you lift it up, see? Yeah, so you can't, you have to stand back and target it. Or you can find a place where there's stairs, then, and it won't all be books. I will find something else to put there. And I will go to the USO, not the USO, okay, miscellaneous. You'll find a lot of the same things here. This is just a fog condenser that doesn't fill up with fog. Oh, and these are Venetian blinds, and the only place you can pick those up is if they stick out of the ground like so, and then you target it and pick them up. God. Where is the world's largest fire hydrant? I remember seeing it somewhere. And of course the tent. Okay. And these are all under USO integrated. That is a really cool mod. Okay, so back out of that, USO integrated, and then go to OC Decorator and look for entertainment. That's board game. So this is where you'll find all the iBot robot models, robot box, and your Now you can make these in the chemistry set that will make anything, including but if you want to get all the trophies in the game, which I did, you can't use mods. Oh, it froze!